Hello everyone, I am Amit Maru and today in this video we'll be talking about simple storage service, that is Amazon S3. In this video I will give brief idea about what is Amazon S3 and benefits of Amazon S3. At the end of the video there will be one demo on Amazon S3, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Let me get started with the outline of our today's video. In our today's video, first we'll discuss about basic domains of AWS services. Then we'll discuss about Amazon storage services. And inside the Amazon storage services, we'll discuss in detail about Amazon S3, that is simple storage service. So first we'll discuss about what is Amazon S3. Then after benefits of Amazon S3, S3 naming rules, and at the end we'll discuss about demo on Amazon S3. This part is very much interesting and you will definitely enjoy in demo on Amazon S3. So stay tuned to the end of the video. So let's first discuss about basic domain of AWS services. AWS is providing many services and all the services have been divided into different domains. So the first domain of our AWS services is compute domain. So we already discussed compute domain in detail and total more than 8 different videos available in my YouTube channel on compute domain. So now today we are going to start to discuss about next domain, that is our storage domain. And this will be the first video on storage domain today, and that we will discuss about a simple storage service. Next one is migration, then after container, then after database, then networking and content delivery, customer engagement, developer tools, and many more. There are a number of other domains also available in that AWS is providing different services. Now today in this video we are going to discuss in depth about the storage domain. And in the storage domain we have a number of services, and all the services we will discuss in detail. So first of all, what is use of a storage domain? AWS offers a complete range of services to store, access, and analyze the data to reduce cost, boost quickness, and accelerate innovation. There are a number of options of storage such as object storage, file storage, and block storage services. So Amazon providing a number of services based on object storage, file storage, and block storage. So let us have a depth about which kind of services provided by AWS on storage. So first service of Amazon AWS is Amazon S3, that is a simple storage service. Next one is Amazon EBS, that is elastic block storage. Third one is Amazon EFS, that is elastic file storage. Then Amazon Glacier, and last that is Amazon Snow family. These all are the different services provided by AWS on storage. So today in this video I will give in depth about what is Amazon S3, that is a simple storage services. So we'll be talking about S3 in detail. So let's discuss about what is S3. Amazon S3, it is a simple storage service. It is an object storage service that offers industry leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. It can store any kind of file. So if you want to store any kind of file, then the S3 is the best choice. Using S3, you can use to store and retrieve large amount of data at any time from anywhere on the internet. As you know that this is the part of cloud, so definitely you can access your data from anywhere. And if you want to access data from anywhere and quickly, at that time S3 is the best choice. It is an object storage service, object stored inside the bucket. In bucket we can store as many objects as we like. Each object can contain up to 5 TB of data. So now you can assume that we can store a large amount of data inside our Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is designed for 99.999, that is 11 nines of durability. Such a high durability provided by AWS on S3. So it stores data for millions of applications for companies all around the world. So this is exactly the Amazon S3 is. Now next, what is benefit of S3? The first benefit of Amazon S3 is high security of data. Second one is cost effectiveness. Third one is availability, scalability, and durability. This is also one of the very important part of our Amazon S3. Easy to access and manage data. So there are a number of benefits of Amazon S3. Among that, I am discussing a few of them. That is high security of data, cost effectiveness, availability, scalability, and durability. And last, that is easy to access and manage the data. So let us discuss all the advantages in depth. So first of all, high security of the data. So Amazon S3 provides a high security of our data. So store your data in Amazon S3 and secure it for unauthorized access with encryption features and access management tools. S3 is the only object storage service that allows you to block public access to all of your object at the bucket or the account level with S3 block public. So if you want to block the access of your data, at that time it is possible by using S3 block public. To protect and discover your data, S3 integrates with Amazon Messi. This is also one of the most important benefit of our Amazon S3. If you want to protect your data or if you want to discover your data, then it integrates with the Amazon Messi. And what is exactly the Amazon Messi? Amazon Messi is a fully managed data security and data privacy service that use machine learning and pattern matching to discover and protect your sensitive data in AWS. So if you want to store your sensitive data, then Amazon S3 is a definitely best choice. So these all are the different benefits in terms of security of the data. Next one is cost effective. You can store your data with very low cost. This is the one of the best benefit of our S3, that is you can store your data with very low cost. It also provides different storage classes for different use cases, such as first one is S3 standard for general purpose storage of frequently accessed data. If your data frequently accessed, or whenever the data, if your data is like we have to access frequently, at that time S3 standard is the best choice. So you just store your data and you can access from anywhere quickly. Second one is S3 intelligent tiering for data with unknown or changing access pattern. S3 standard infrequent access and S3 one zone infrequent access. It is for long-lived but less frequently accessed data. If your data, which is very much important to store for the long term, but it readily accessed or it is not frequently accessed, at that time we can use this class, that is a S3 standard infrequent access or S3 one zone infrequent access. S3 outpost storage class to store your S3 data on premises. This is the benefit of Amazon S3 in terms of cost effectiveness. Next one is availability, scalability, and durability. As we already discussed, Amazon S3 is designed for the 99.999, that is 11 nines of data durability, such a high durability provided by AWS. And due to this high durability, data is available whenever required and also protect against failure. So because of this high durability, we can access data, we can store data permanently, and whenever it is required, whenever it is needed, at that time we can access easily. You can scale your storage resources up and down as per your need. Whenever more demand is there or whenever it is required to store more data, at that time you can scale up your resources. Whenever it is not required or whenever it is less required, at that time you can down scale as per your need. Now last, that is easy to access and manage data. Once you store data in S3, then it is very fast and easy to access data whenever needed. You have to just store your data inside the S3 and this data will be stored permanently. Whenever it is required to access data based on the different storage classes, you can access your data. There are certain points, that is a S3 access point. It makes to manage data access with specific permissions for your application using shared data set. S3 batch operations, it helps manage large scale changes across billions of objects. S3 replication manages data replication within the region or to other region also. So these all are the different benefits of our S3, and due to that S3 Amazon S3 is very popular nowadays. Now let us discuss S3 naming. As we discuss, object has been stored inside the bucket. So what is exactly bucket, and if you want to give the name of the bucket at that time, which kind of rules we need to consider. So these all are the different rules to give the name of our S3 bucket. So the first rule, that is the bucket name can be in between 3 to 63 characters only, and contain only lowercase characters, numbers, periods, and dashes. Each label in bucket name must start with a lowercase letter or number. As you know that the bucket name is a unique, so you cannot give same name to multiple bucket, and at that time to give the name of bucket you have to retain these all the rules. The bucket name cannot contain underscore, and with a dash, have consecutive periods, or use dashes adjacent to periods. This is very much important to understand, and based on that you have to give the name properly to any bucket of S3. Now last, the bucket name cannot be formatted as an IP address. It's like IP address, we cannot give name of our S3 bucket, right? So let us have now a demo on Amazon S3, or we can say simple storage services. So let's move quickly on AWS console first. You have to just type aws.amazon.com here, and then click on sign into the console. Once you click on sign into the console, at the time you have to give your user ID and password. So this is my AWS management console. Here you can see my account name. Here you can select any region. For example, I have already selected Asia specific Mumbai region. You can select any region. Then after, you have to click on services. Inside the services there are multiple domains available, and today we are going to discuss S3, that is a simple storage service, which is a part of our storage domain. So you just see here in storage domain, these all the options available. Among that S3 is available. You have to just click on that. Once you click on S3, at that time you can get S3 management console, and in S3 management console you can create bucket. You have to just click on create bucket. Once you click on S3, that is a simple storage service, at that time you can see here the region will be automatically changed, because inside the S3 we have to create bucket, and the name of the bucket must be unique globally. So the region will be automatically changed. I have already selected Mumbai, Asia Mumbai specific region, but it will automatically change the region, that is global. It means that now my bucket name must be unique globally. So here you have to give name, and the bucket name must be unique and must not contain spaces or uppercase letter, as we already discussed naming rules of the bucket. So based on these rules you have to decide the name. For example, I am giving name of the bucket, that is my first bucket, the 101. It must be unique globally. Then you can select AWS region. So here, for example, I have already chosen Asia specific Mumbai region. You can select any region even. Then if you want to copy setting from the existing bucket, then you can choose any bucket here. For example, you have already created one bucket, and if you want to copy all the settings of that bucket, at that time you can choose that bucket. I am not having any bucket, so that I am not going to choose it. Next one is a block public access setting for bucket. We already discussed in our theory part. If you want to block public access for any bucket, at that time you can select it. If you want to access publicly, at that time uncheck, and you have a different 4 option. Among that, any option also you can select. Once you unchecked it, at that time you will have to give one acknowledgement, so you have to just select it. Next one is bucket versioning. Bucket versioning basically used if you want to store multiple variants of an object in the same bucket. At that time you can enable it, otherwise you can leave it disable. For example, right now I am storing one file inside the bucket, and after a few days if you want to modify that file and if you want to store new version of the same file on same bucket, at that time you can keep inside the same bucket and you can get both the version, previous version as well as latest version both, and at that time you have to enable the bucket versioning. For example, right now it is not required, then I'm not going to change it. Next one is tags. It is optional, you can give any tag here. Then default encryption, server side encryption, either you can disable it or you can enable it. Next one is advanced setting. In advanced setting you can see one option, that is object log is available. You just read here, store objects using write once read many model to help you prevent object from being deleted or overriding for a fixed amount of time. If it is required, then you have to just enable it, otherwise keep as it is. Then you have to click on create bucket. Here you can see the bucket with the same name is already exists. As we already discussed, it must be globally unique, so you just change the name. For example, I am adding another few digits, then click on create button. Now you can see successfully created bucket, and the name of bucket is my first bucket 101999. So now this is a unique name. Here you can see the name of bucket, then after AWS region whatever we have selected, then access object can be public, then creation date is given. You have to just click on bucket name. Then you can get all the information about your bucket. If you want to upload any file or any object inside the bucket, then you can upload from here. Here you can see properties of our bucket. Here you can see the permission of bucket, then metrics, management, access point, etc. If you want to store, for example, any file or any object inside the bucket, then you have to just click on object, then click on upload. Then you can read here, drag and drop files and folder you want to upload here, or choose add files or add folder. We have a two option here, add files or add folder. For example, I want to add one file. You have to select file. So my file is available on the desktop. So you have to just find it, and then you have to select it. Now here you can see that my file is available here. The name is file is aws testing.png. You can upload any file, and then you have to click on upload. Once you click on upload, at the time you can see here upload succeeded. It means that my file is already uploaded. Now here you can see file and folder, whatever we have uploaded. The name is aws testing.png, type is image, then size, and then status, that is succeeded. So here you can get all the information about your object, or we can say the file. Then you have to just click on our file name. Now you have to just click on name of our file. Then you can get all the information about our file. For example, here URL of object is available. You have to just select it. You just copy it and then paste on any browser. For example, I am copying here on new tab, and then just verify whether we can access this file from anywhere or not. So now you can see here access denied. It means that right now I am not having permission to access this file. So if you want to access this file from anywhere, at that time you have to give permission. You have to just click on permission. For example, if you want to give public access, then you have to just edit it. So you can see here three options available. One is your AWS account can read the file. Public access is also possible. And third one is anyone with AWS account can read your file. So as per your need, you can select the option. For example, I want to access publicly. At that time I am just clicking on read, and AWS SCL also, for example, I am selecting as a read. Then you have to select the checkbox. that I understand the effect of these changes on the object. Then you have to again click on save changes. Now you can see here successfully edited access control list for object AWS testing.png. Now you have to just open a browser, or you can say my new tab, and refresh it. Now you can see I can now access my file. This is my PNG file. Now I can access because I have already given rights to access from anywhere. So publicly now it is available. Any other person can also access my file by using this URL. Now for example, again I am changing the permission. You just click on permission, then click on edit, and then uncheck these both the options, and then save changes. Now you can see here successfully edited access control list for object AWS test.png. Now you just refresh it. Now you cannot access denied because right now I am not having permission to access by using this URL. So in this way you can store your object, or you can store the file inside your bucket. You can store a whole folder, or you can store a file inside your bucket, and as per your need you can give rights to access this file from anywhere. So this is all about how we can create bucket and how we can store different object inside the bucket. Now next one is how we can remove my bucket. For example, I have already created one bucket, that is my first bucket 101999. This is the bucket. If you want to remove this bucket, then how we can remove from the AWS, or if you want to delete this bucket, how we can delete it. So let us discuss how we can delete a bucket from the AWS. You have to just click on services, just click on S3. So here you can see one bucket is available. Try to delete directly first of all. I want to show you we cannot delete directly bucket if some contents available inside the bucket. So let us try to delete it first of all. You just select it and then click on delete. Now you can see this line, this bucket is not empty. Bucket must be empty before they can be deleted. If you want to delete this bucket at that time, first of all you have to delete all the content which is available inside the bucket. If any files or any objects available inside the bucket, then we cannot delete this bucket. First of all you have to delete all the files, all the object which is available inside the bucket. So let us move on bucket. And here you can see the content of the bucket. One object, that is AWS testing.png, is available. You have to remove it first. You just select it and then click on delete. Then you have to write permanently delete. Then you have to click on delete objects. So now here you can see successfully deleted objects. So it means that my bucket is empty. You just again click on S3. Inside the S3 we have already created one bucket, but inside the bucket there is no any content. So now we can delete this bucket. You have to just select it and then click on delete. To confirm deletion, type the name of the bucket. Here you have to write the name of bucket. The name of the bucket is already available here. My first bucket 101999. You just copy it and paste here. And then delete bucket. So now you can see a successfully deleted bucket, my first bucket 101999. So in this way you can delete the bucket. So how we can create bucket, how we can store inside the bucket. If you want to access from anywhere, or if you want to give public rights, then how we can give public rights. Everything we have discussed, and at the end we discuss about how we can delete the bucket. So this is all about Amazon S3. I hope this video will be useful. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you again.